Boom! Coming in hot on a Friday, Chichi. How we doing, my man?
Doing good, man. A lot of excitement going on. First of all, you're still in town. You're hanging out, partying in
Yeah,
the NYC this weekend, huh?
dude. Sarah's driving up with my daughters, Carly and Jillian. We're gonna go into the city for the weekend. We're doing. My daughters love Harry Potter,
Oh yeah,
so dude, they've read all those books, bro. My daughter
all of
Carly
them.
read like 7 books, 8 books when she was like 10. You see how thick those books are? I'm
Yeah,
like,
they're
oh, they
they're
must be
legit.
big print. They're not, dude. They're like, it's legit.
That's
Like
awesome.
adults would have trouble grinding through that. So they're all excited about, we're going to the Broadway show. It's like Harry Potter and the First Child or something.
I've read about that. That's getting like crazy sick reviews and stuff. It's like
Yeah.
interactive. They
Yeah,
fly around. I think they fly around in there on their little
oh, do they
brooms.
really? Let's go.
Don't quote me on that,
Well,
but I I think they do.
dude, one thing that's pissing me off though, I went through StubHub to get the tickets, and they're like, the third party will be sending you the tickets today. I'm like, all right. It's noon on the day before the show. I haven't got
Yeah,
the
you get
tickets yet.
stressed. You just want. I get it.
Dude, I tried to StubHub. I tried to email StubHub. It bounces back, says, I'm a jag off for doing it, for emailing them. I'm
Right.
like, what? Can't we call somebody nowadays? Like, where the hell?
No. You
Can't
can't
get a
call
hold of
anybody.
anybody.
You can't call anybody. There's some things, especially with the tech stuff we do here for this show. If I'm doing some sort of editing, whatever. If I want to talk to somebody, you send an email and you hope in 3 weeks they're gonna. Bill Burr was just talking about this on his podcast, and he goes, "Yeah,
Yeah.
you send an email." And they put it into the "Go F Yourself" folder for 3 weeks. It's so funny. He was just talking about this exact same thing on his show yesterday, but it's true, man. Just pick up the. Nobody can talk to you on a phone anymore.
Dude, I
Especially
just want to talk to somebody. And then if you do call it somebody overseas, it's like doesn't know
They have no
maybe
idea.
the language.
Or-
They
or-
don't understand
yeah.
they don't understand my Yinzer accent. They're like, this guy's a Yinzer. They don't know what Yinz
Yeah.
means, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't get across to what the hell I want to say. I
So
just want my 4 tickets to Harry Potter, dude. Put them in the StubHub app. What do you mean? There's a third party and the fees for StubHub, bro.
oh, forget it.
They're almost as much as the tickets.
Yes, it's ridiculous, unbelievable. These bastards,
So ridiculous.
and we still do it though. That's the problem. We
know.
still do it.
Yeah, what a joke. Yeah,
Anyway.
exactly. It's like the Pirate fans. Everyone's like, yeah, don't go to the game. No, Pirates. We can't stand ownership, isn't that? They still go to the games.
Yeah. That's what it is. All right. Well, on a lighter note, couldn't have had a better opening day. Again, baseball is consistently doing great right now.
Dude, I was at the network yesterday doing opening day. Incredible day. Went on with Jim Rome at noon. Then went on with Amsterdam and Police Act late to do all the games. Aaron Judge, first at bat after the MVP season. Big sign back. 9 years, 360. Logan Webb on the mound. Nasty. Bam! Judge goes deep. Dead
So
center. Yankee Stadium almost comes down. I mean, and when you go back to WBC, Otani Trout, and then opening day, Judge goes deep. I think baseball, man, watch out. Manfred, that front office, the social media, the way they're starting to attack, they're getting it right. They're starting to get it right. The games are, dude, that game was like 2.5 hours. Garrett Cole
Right.
and Logan Webb were punching tickets at an epic rate. 30,
Yeah.
I think it was 32 or 33 punch outs. It was a opening day MLB record.
Yeah, when some guys in both lineups only get 3 total at bats, a game flew by.
Flew by.
Yeah, and hey, how about Volpe? How about Volpe comes in most intense experience of his life, and he sat there 3-2, draws a walk, and then steals a bag. Very impressive, dude, man.
And turned a couple nice double plays.
Yep.
Bro, he's gonna stick around a long time.
Yeah. So let's keep going. Let's stay with Shohei because he's the other, super duper star. We're going to be talking about them MVP for the whole year. He comes in, of course, pitches his ass off. Of course, does stuff at the plate. Amazing catch by Hunter Renfroe in that game. Like,
I was gonna say that.
Go ahead.
If you haven't seen that catch by Hunter Renfroe, everyone Google it. Do something. Hunter Renfroe, balls hit to Hunter Renfroe right in Oakland. He goes running back to his left. Turns out the ball's over his right shoulder. At the last second, he turns back, puts his glove up. No look. He's looking at the wall. Ball's still in the air, and he catches the ball with his glove back this way. It was incredible.
I'm watching it on loop right now. It's almost though like he knew where his glove should go. That was unbelievable. Here's my problem. You can't lose an Otani start. You can't.
Dude.
Angels, you can't lose his starts. Get another bat, do something. You have to win when he pitches. I'm really bummed that they lost that game 2-1. Hey, shout out though to, I mean, the other team was still on the field too, but you just can't
the
lose.
A's are still good.
Yeah.
Mark Kotze, love Kotze, manager.
Yep.
The A's, they're going to fight. I agree, bro, and I think everyone agrees with you, Chin. It's like, come on. First off, Shohei Mania is legit. We all are. All of us are on it. And we were doing a Shohei cam last night. Otani cam. Anytime he was on the field, we on MLB Network, we'd bop into whatever we were doing, go right to the cam. And like,
that's cool.
He's like throwing the ball against the wall and stuff. But they have to win his starts. And I just want the Angels to get to the postseason, please. This year, with Otani last year, Trout, two of the greatest players ever on the same team all these years haven't made the postseason.
That really upsets me. All right. Then we got some guys that went 5 for 5. Okay. Great line. Sarah Langs always has great stats. Springer and Rushman. First time since at least 1901 that multiple players have recorded a 5-hit opening day game. That's a fun stat.
Wow. Dude, that's incredible. That's awesome. Dude, Rutschman is legit.
You think?
That guy. Well, first off, he hit a bullet for his first at bat, middle in, home run. And then his other at bats, I think the other 4 hits he had were other way, but like 2 strikes down and away, shoots one down the third base line. Next time, 2 strikes again, line drive to left. Hit a 3-0 pitch that he ended up going to left too. But dude, the reason the Orioles, he's the Buster Posey of this generation. That's
I like that.
Adley Rutschman is the Buster Posey of this generation. When Posey came in 2010, bam, they went on that run. They won 4 championships. His rookie year, he made a difference. Adley Rutschman, when he got called up last year with the Orioles, that's when they made their numbers were unbelievable when he took over. He's such a leader. He's a switch hitter. That's why he was number 1 overall. You go back to that draft, Bobby Witt Jr. was the 2nd pick, and people were like, "How is Witt Jr.
right?
Not 1? Who's this Adley Rutschman guy?" Like, no, this kid is bat to ball skills are incredible. Yeah. His leadership, his arm as a catcher. So, dude, there's a lot of great sophomores in Major League Baseball right now, brother.
I love that. All right, I got one more. This is for a hardcore hitter like yourself. Neil Cruz turns on Hunter Green's 101 and takes him deep last night. What is that? Go ahead.
Bro, talk about getting on top of the ball. First off, I've been in the Pirate dugout when O'Neal Cruz, I met him last year at the end of the year. He's a monster. He's like the Loch Ness Monster of baseball.
Yeah, he is huge. The Loch Ness Monster.
6'7", 6'8", dude, with like gangly, and he just a really nice guy. He's like,
super nice, the nicest kid in the world. You know why? When you're that big, you can't. Who would fight you if you're that big? You should be nice. Nobody. He's enormous. Wow. Dude, yeah, that's cool.
Dude, and he has stupid bat speed. He took that. What was it? 101. You said 101.
101.
101 up in the zone too. He got on top of it.
On a full count too, when you could strike out there.
Oh, dude, he hit it halfway up the bleachers and right.
Yeah, that was and quickly. It went out quickly. It went out probably faster than it came in.
He's got Velo.
Let's keep going with the storylines today. I got one for you. This is what we're saying. David Robertson comes in and closes out a game for the Mets. Calm down, Mets fans, a little. Although, sorry, Mets fans are this town, bro, is losing its shit over the Verlander thing yesterday. That was very quirky. I think they were just like, we just can't. We gotta keep this as close as we can till game time, so Mets fans don't have 3 days to talk about this. They are going. Like, it's over. Season's over. Waste of money on everybody. That's how like the city of Queens is operating right now. So calm down, Mets fans, for a little while. I think.
Well,
not that it's a great thing that Verlander's hurt.
No, but listen. When you see Terrius Major, I tore my Terrius minor and had to have surgery. When you see Terrius Major on a pitcher, you go, uh-oh. Tristan McKenzie has the same injury. He's out 8 to 10 weeks.
Yeesh.
And he's 22, 23 years old. Yeesh. Verlander's 40.
Yeah, good point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, your joints don't feel as good at 40. Yeah, that's for sure.
So who knows, how long that's going to be. Anytime you're talking shoulder in that area, that makes me nervous. But, hey, man, they weathered the storm last year. But the only thing about the Mets this year, that there's a couple guys in that rotation last year that maybe we overlooked, because when Scherzer went down and DeGrom was down for a lot of the time, who took over those innings? Chris Bassett, Taiwan Walker. Taiwan Walker is now in Philly. Chris Bassett's in Toronto. So they're really gonna need the back of that rotation. And Jose Quintana's out too.
Mm-hmm.
So not only Verlander, Quintana's out too. So they need Scherzer to stay healthy. Brandon Nimmo drove in 3 runs yesterday. That's was a big thing. They needed good news, and opening day they got it. They won the game. They needed what they had to did what they had to do.
Dude, you know who one of my favorite players is in the game to watch hit is Jeff McNeil. His at bats. I think it was Ronnie Darling said it on a broadcast. And it was a great point. He's like, I just love the intensity with which he attacks every pitch, man. And you saw it at the WBC because he wasn't starting that much. And like, he get in there, that dude just grinds. When you say Nimmo, they have a good lineup there. They have a good team, man. Lindor. Oh, dude, Lindor turned a double play yesterday. That was like because we were watching the Yankee game. And Volpe's coming up. He's going to be really great. He's blah, blah. And Lindor made this one-handed grab and a flip with the glove behind him to turn 2, and Jess was like, "We have the better shortstop." And I was like, "All right, calm down. Give the kid a few years." But they're both.
Yeah. What happens in that household, Chase? I don't know if we've ever had the conversation.
No, we root for. No, happy wife, happy
Yankee fan too.
She roots for the Yankees when I'm rooting for the Yankees. If it's Yankees Mets. Frankly speaking, we both root for the Mets because, like I said, happy wife, happy life. I'd rather her go home happy from the game than me. When I was a kid, you root differently. I'm rooting for a happy marriage. So when it's and I've always liked the Mets too. Like who do we have? Oh, Pete Corielli when he was on. Grew up on Long Island. It was so much easier to go to Mets games as a kid on Long Island. So you always root for him. What are you laughing?
His story was so great. Where he's like, "Whoa, of course we're going to the Mets game. Yeah. Why are we not going down to the Bronx, Dad? What do you say? I want my battery to still be in the car when I get out of the game."
His dad would go, "Here, have your Reggie Jackson bar. We're going to the Mets game." Man, that guy was great. If you haven't listened to that, listen to that one, please. It's a good show.
Please. If there's one show you ever listen to, if you don't listen to us, one show, go tell your friends and yourself. Go listen to Pete Corielli.
Yeah, great feedback on that from fans, too. Hey, I got 2 things Marcus Stroman did yesterday. First of all, he pitched like freaking Pedro Martinez, and he is now in your record books. Like, you get your record books as first ever hit in parks and stuff. Yeah. First ever pitch clock violation. Exciting stuff.
That was exciting. It was exciting. Well, there was a couple observations of yesterday.
Oh, let's go.
As a hitter, you're always taught as a hitter, hey, listen, if you want to hit well, stay up the middle. You know this, Ginge. Line drives up the middle. Well, nowadays with the shift, that line drive up the middle has been an out. The ground ball up the middle has been an out. It's been a joke, right? Dude, I saw more balls hit up the middle yesterday than I think I did all last year. First off, that's my one observation.
That's a great observation.
Second observation, the shift. There was a lot of balls hitting that 4-hole yesterday. Even going back to the Blue Jays Cardinals in the 9th, Kiermaier, there's a guy on first. Kiermaier hits a chopper in the hole, good old first to third like it used to be, and the blue, Vlad Guerrero gets a sac fly, win the game. So like a lot more balls hitting the hole. So the shift worked, but the balls up the middle, man, there was more balls hit up the middle hard, which was great. So and the pitch clock too. Did you see the Mets game with Alonso and McNeil?
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Alonso, I think McNeil took the pitch or swung and missed, or fouled it off.
Fouled it off, I think.
Alonso walked back to first base, and as he was walking back, McNeil was like, "Hey,
that's so awesome."
And then like violation.
It's great.
Violation.
Hey, man, they're gonna learn. The athletes are creatures of habit. When you get forced into a habit, you got to do it, and they're gonna do it. That's why they're good athletes. That's why they're professional athletes. Right. Now, isn't it a little quirky right now? You're gonna have a lot of people, old school cranky people are not going to like this. There's some things I still don't like, don't know if I like or not. But the one thing I will say, we've mentioned this before, and they've done this before. Joe Torre was great at it when they screwed up the rule. They made the rule with the transfer play at second base, and for the first week of the season that year, it didn't work. So they just changed the rule. They just made it better. Oh, we didn't realize it was this or that. I think we are in a semi-decent place with the Players Union and with ownership right now, where they will pass things to make it right for baseball. That's kind of what you're seeing here. Like, it was not easy discussions to make these rules. It really wasn't. It could have caused a lot of problems, more strife between, the league and the players, but I think everybody's just on board, make the game great, and it's moving right now between, you got the momentum from, like you said, the WBC, And then you just realize when you turn the TV on yesterday how many really cool stars there are. Not even just big stars, not even just the greatest baseball players, but they're just cool. Aaron Judge is cool. We mentioned Lindor.
Yeah.
Lindor is cool. Otani is like you said on Jim Rome the other day. You're watching a unicorn.
He's a unicorn. He's a unicorn.
Yeah, and all
We're
these
watching a
kids.
freaking unicorn.
Yeah, like the Blue Jays, man. Those kids are only turning 25, 26 years old right now, and they're great. Like they're good players. Like
Dude, I tell you what, the couple of the moves the Blue Jays made showed up yesterday. Dalton Varsho, that lefty they got in the lineup, they got him in a trade, for the Diamondbacks. He rakes. I mean, that's a nice lefty in that lineup. Springer had 5 hits, I believe.
Yep.
Bichette had 4. I mean, they came out the gates ripping. Vlad, they look good, man. They look really good. Although the bullpen was a little shaky, Manoah was cruising and then hit the skids in the 4th or 5th.
Mm-hmm.
But just a great opening day, man. Great opening day. Nothing like it.
I'll give you one more feel-good thing to end on for us. Dude, did you see Wainwright's national anthem?
That was so great, dude.
Unbelievable.
So cool.
What a great dude, man. I love him anyway. He's so cool.
Dude,
Another cool guy.
Adam Wainwright's one of the best dudes to ever, best human being, regardless of baseball. Just an unbelievable human being,
Unbelievable.
Dude, really quick, down in Haiti, my friend Brad Henderson started a bunch of different stuff down in Cap Haitian. We've built an orphanage down there. We built a hospital. We're building a job training facility right now. We built a church. And we also built an area where when people go down there called the Joshua House that you can stay in. And Adam Wainwright and his financial guy, Don Christensen, wonderful, wonderful guys. Even Lance Berkman, I believe, was involved. And also Scott Linebrink. Scott Linebrink, who we had on our podcast,
Great guy.
is the head of Water Mission.
Right.
Dude, I'm not going to tell you how much, but I just want to let you know, Wainwright put in a whole water system down there, dude, for the surrounding villages. Like thousands and thousands and thousands of people are affected. Like these people don't have. Can you imagine 2023 as a woman going out digging a hole to go to the bathroom? They don't have bathrooms now. What Wainwright and these guys put in, they got bathrooms. They got the water down there. They have the water system. They have probably cleaner than what we have on Long Island or here in Secaucus or whatever. So
that's great.
That's what kind of guy Adam Wainwright is. So he's one of the best pitchers of all time. He's close to Cooperstown, whatever. Greatest Cardinal. This guy's one of the greatest human beings going, man. He gets it, and I'll tell you what, he put a lot of money up to help a lot of people out there in Cap Haitian.
God bless him. That's great. That's so great.
Yeah.
Great. When great players are great people, it's a great thing. Like Sean Casey,
really
the mayor.
Hey,
Holy moly!
Like you, Jim.
Holy crap! If you people are fans of Jim Rome, I'm watching Case on him yesterday, which you were phenomenal. The energy was great. They go to commercial, and I'm like doing something, whatever. I come back and I hear Rome go, Sean Casey. And I'm like, wait, he's back? No, Sean Casey wasn't back. Jim Rome spoke for 5 minutes about Sean Casey as if, like, Mother Teresa has nothing on this guy. Gandhi, forget it. That's how highly Jim Rome thinks of Sean Casey. And I know you feel very similar about him, so I figured maybe before we go, you just talk about how much you like that guy as a guy.
Dude, I've been with Romy for 25 years, 24 years, since 1999 when I first got in the big leagues. I go on his show, and then, for the last so many years, 10, 12 years, we've done the opening day, on his show. But, dude, he's got a great podcast, too, that we talked about called The Reinvention Project. If there's a podcast anyone out there would ever want to listen to besides the mayor's office, go check out Jim Rome's podcast called The Reinvention Project. He gets some really awesome guys in there, a lot of people that he's friends with, some unbelievable athletes to tell their stories, what's motivated them, what's made them great, what kind of grit they play with, the accountability they have for themselves, all the stuff that sometimes we talk about on our show. It's a great, great listen, great podcast. Just had Eric Burns on, who that guy's a killer, good friend of mine, and it's just really awesome. So I was very grateful. I love Jim Rome. He's been a dear friend for a long time. Oh,
well, and as a producer, I mean, that dude's one of the best in the history of the injury that I've seen with my own 2 eyes, man. Forget it.
Best interview. Whoever's doing his research is incredible. The questions that Jim Rome's asked, nothing worse as an athlete when you go on people's shows and they'll throw you a curveball like, hey, what do you think of the Padres bullpen? You're like, all right, dude, like, I'm on here for 5 minutes. Like, you should be putting it on a tee for me. I can hit some bolts in the gap. You can't be asking me that stuff. Jim Rome does his research. He came in hard again yesterday with videos that we had on our
Yeah.
podcast and brought up some cool stories. And bam, here we go, off and running with a great interview. He's the best in the business, dude. Him and Howard Stern, I think, give the best interviews.
I contend the same thing. I think that's a great analogy there. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good.
Yeah.
We're hitting a weekend on a super big high, man. You got the girls coming in. Harry Potter's happening. What are you looking at? It looks like you're trying to think of one other thing you wanted to say. Or you're just getting phone calls on your phone on the side.
No, I just did this right here.
I saw him like he's looking at
I
something.
was trying to pick your nose, Chinch.
Anyway, all right. Everybody have just a phenomenal weekend. I'm glad you're going to be in town having fun with the girls and Sarah and everything.
Yeah.
And let's get after it, man.
Yeah, man. Dude, have a great weekend. What are the Chinchaminos doing? Pool party?
Pool party. No, but I am actually cleaning up. I'm gonna clean up. I'm kind of basically gonna spring clean the yard and make sure all the freaking boxes and crap I've thrown out there in the winter, there's just, we're cleaned and ready to go. I'll pop that damn pool cover off and go skiing on it before I make that call prior to anybody on Long Island. I don't care. I'll put a fully wetsuit on like you see when they surf in Africa on a cold day. I'll be like that in my pool, just sitting there with a margarita. Anyway.
So good. All right, brother, man. Have a great weekend. Tell Jess I said hi, and everybody out there listening, thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Have an incredible weekend. We'll see everybody next week. See you, buddy.
See you, buddy.